They share one thing. They all need money. Now let's see if they're brave enough to earn it. They all need money. They all need money. They all need money. They all need money. Yeah.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the G-Files, and welcome to the Week 9 press conference, San Jose State game press conference. Hope everybody's doing all right that's out there. Talk about the game a little bit, kind of give everybody a chance to get in, and, we'll talk about the team. And so anyway, game went terrible. Again, on defense, as usual, we couldn't tackle, couldn't get anything done on defense. We couldn't make a stop. Stops are important. You got to be able to make tackles. You got to be able to stop. Offense moved the ball well. Peasley did well. Let's see here. I want to say he went 23, 34, 354 yards, 2 touchdowns, and he had 1 interception. As well, Whaley did awesome as usual. Whaley had 28 carries, 192 yards, and 4 touchdowns. And we'll go over his stats here in a little bit. We need to kind of talk about him a little bit, how he's done this season, because he's now getting national recognition. So, what's up, Mr. J? How you doing, man? Appreciate the like, Thunderhead. We're gonna have to definitely talk about Whaley stuff. But anyway, I appreciate the like, Dom. Appreciate the like. So anyway, we just couldn't tackle last game. So we're gonna get in some questions. We got some starting to come in now. I see some guys starting to start to view. So let's see here. It says Mr. J says good evening. Appreciate the share there, Dom. Good. Mr. J says, good evening, Coach. Tough game this week. What's the energy like in the locker room after a game like that? Well, energy's been pretty down after the game. We got them back, and they're getting ready for their this bye week coming up. We got a bye week coming next week. Hard practice. Energy level was bad after the game. They could have won that game, honestly, and they know it. A couple of dumb decisions by me. I went forward on 4th down when they were getting through our line, put us in a bad spot there. Pretty much gave them an extra score, but we just couldn't. The defense was really down. We couldn't make the stops we needed to make. So that's definitely going to have to change, but. Again, guys seem pretty pumped up for this bye week. They seem ready to get some practice in. They're still wanting to win the Mountain West Conference. And I told them, with 2 losses now, it's not impossible. It's not impossible, but they're gonna have to come out, especially on the road, and win those games. So let's see here. Grayson asked. Let me pull up my Discord real quick. Grayson asked, what had gone wrong with the defense this week? Same thing that happens every week. Tackling, definitely for sure. That's our big thing, man. We're not wrapping up. I don't know. I mean, we go over and practice, but at the end of the day, I can't do it for them on the field. They're gonna have to step it up. Especially Gibbs. He's our team captain on defense. He's got to get these guys going right. Dominic says a huge win for Wyoming. Hey, bud, we didn't win our game, but how does Whaley feel about being the first Wyoming player to be mentioned for the Heisman? We were actually going to talk about the end of the season, or at the end of this press conference. Yeah, he is. He is ecstatic. He's already playing good in practice. Practicing well, and and in games he was doing well. But this is kind of giving him a different level of drive. You know, some kids when they start getting national attention like this, they go from you know uh, kind of getting a big head to, and then they start making mistakes. But this has made him actually focus more than usual. Hold on one sec, guys. I gotta. Oh, there we go. Sorry about that, guys. I had to water my dog. Anyway, you know, it's made him focus more, made him want to play harder, and it's showing in practice, and you know, and it's showing on the field too. So, uh, be a big thing for him to bring that trophy home. He's a good kid, and he puts a lot of work in. How pissed were you? Grayson asked, how pissed were you with the defense getting flags when you needed to get stops? Oh my God. I was ready to throw my damn headset through the across the field, man. I mean, you can't. We get them onto a 3rd and 3, I think it was, and we get that stop. We get the ball back. We got a chance to win the game. We get a face mask on 3rd down. 3rd and 3, we held them on the 3rd down. Face mask, automatic 1st down. I mean that. Oh my God, that was brutal. I mean brutal. We cannot be doing that. I mean, we had way too many defensive penalties this game. You know, for once. What new drills are you going to incorporate in practice to fix the tackling? I'm sorry to say, Coach, but it's horrendous. Oh no, I agree with you. It is absolutely horrendous. So. You know, we're going to do some one-on-one drills. Angle drills is a big thing. We seem to either under pursue or over pursue on the angle tackles. So we definitely got to fix that. It's like they just can't get the right angle on the running backs, and I don't know why. I mean, these guys are D1 ball players, and they've been doing this stuff since they were, you know, old enough to run. So. Yeah, that's something we got to fix. Wrap up drills for sure. You know, so a lot of talk about Whaley. Why doesn't quarterback one get? Why doesn't Peasley get any love? He has played a lot better in recent weeks. Oh, I agree. Peasley has put in the work, man. He has stayed after practice with his receivers. Especially Bodie, man. Bodie Jr. My God, he has given Peasley a target, you know, the last few games, and them two have kind of formed this nice bond where they're just, you know, making, you know, they go out together, they do everything together, yeah, Peasley, you know, Peasley gets all the love, man. He's getting 1st downs when we need them. Appreciate the like there, Dalton. You know, he's getting 1st downs when we need them, and you know, we're a run first offense, and but you know, you got to pass when you need 1st downs, and he's been dead on. Can I get another shot of that Jack? Make it a double. Oh yeah, we'll get you a shot of Jack, man. Hell, I'll give you 2 doubles. You know, that's what I use to calm down after a game like that. Dom asked, do you feel with all the buzz around Wyoming at the beginning of the season, it caused some of the players to get off track with the team goals and expectations? I don't think so. I do think some of them, you know, got in their heads that, you know, especially that Kansas State win, man. When we got that Kansas State win, it's like, you know, that was huge. And then we turn around and we lose the Air Force, and they got the wind knocked out of them. Like, you know, hey, you got to play every game. So it's just it's got to do better. You know, got to keep improving. You can't get worse every game, and it seems like our tackling has gotten worse every game. You know, New Mexico is the only game we had defensively where we just played defensive. You know, we were able to rely on our defense. So if our offense got stopped, we weren't worried because our defense was making plays, and they gotta get that same enthusiasm and effort in every game. You know, Bodie is definitely wide receiver number one. More targets per game for him in the future games ahead. Absolutely. He's not only catching the ball, man. He's catching the ball, making guys miss. He's he's I think that this last game, he caught the ball, had a nasty spin move, and took it for six. He's definitely been a game changer for sure. So yeah, Bodie's going to get targeted quite a bit. Um, he's our number. You're right, number one guy. He's fighting to get open every play. Dom says, how do you plan to use this bye week with getting your kids back on track to playing Wyoming football? Well, tackling drills, as we said before, that's a big one. We're going to implement some new plays, I think, for this next during this bye week. We're going to practice some new plays. We'll be practicing. Our game days are usually on Thursdays at 10 a.m., but instead we'll hold an open practice for everybody to come and kind of watch our boys practice some of these new plays. I think we're going to actually implement them. Hey Tyler, thanks for the like, brother. So we're gonna implement them, and then we're gonna practice them. If we can get them right in practice, we're gonna put them in the game. We got some new plays we've drawn up that we think is gonna excite the kids. They're not trick plays or anything like that, but they're just good drawn up plays. And that's one of the things we're going to do, especially on defense. We're going to run a couple more exotic blitzes that we've kind of been toying with a little bit. So yeah, we're definitely going to throw that in there. Let's see. What's up, Wyatt? How's it going, man? What can you do better as the head man of this program moving forward? I would say probably take a few more chances. Um, take a few less chances. There's been a couple times where I've kind of got our guys in some bad situations, and for the most part, we're 5-3. For the most part, they've done very well of not of capitalizing in those situations. But I got to stop taking less chances on the other side of the field. That they came to bite us this week, and that I'll put that solely on me. On that, giving them that 7 points for going for it on the other side of the field like that. So that's something I can really improve on quite a bit. Let's see here. There's some rumors that you guys are receiving a new practice field. Heard a donor, Tyler Starr, had found how to edit practice fields and is going to be donating new facilities for you guys. We'll see that here in probably next season or so. Maybe in a couple weeks. We'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, we are getting a new practice field. We're gonna whenever we get it uploaded, we're gonna get it done, and we're gonna get after it, man, on the new field. The guys are really excited about that. Definitely. Mr. J says Peasley leads the nation in passing percentage off the play action and is the bottom half of the nation in straight dropbacks. Why not throw out those plays and just use play action? It has to do with our line. We can when play action works, because we like to run it so much, it works well. But if our line can't seal the pocket when we run play action, then he doesn't have time to do that play action, then start going through his progressions. So we're going to work with him this week on canceling his play action out. If he starts at a play action and he sees a blitz or something coming, for him to just go ahead and pull the ball back, find the receivers, and then hit the open guy. That's something we're going to go over Thursday as well. Is that definitely got to you got to make sure that he can So, I'm so sorry, guys. My bad. Instead of the practice is not Thursday, the practice will be Wednesday at 10 a.m. and then we'll turn around and we'll be playing. That's my fault, guys. Man, I am out of it. So the practice will be Thursday or Wednesday at 10 a.m. and then we'll turn around and we'll play number 24 Fresno State on Thursday at 10 a.m. So that's my fault, guys. Shouldn't have told y'all that wrong. Coach, we know you love your tight ends. Are you waiting to get them involved, or do you not have the personnel just yet? Marco's been first couple of weeks. Marco really showed out at the tight end position. They've really started covering him up, so we've had to. All right, Skeet, I'm getting it, brother. But yeah, they really started covering Marco up, and really got to find ways to get him open in space. He's got great hands. He's got great size. You know, he's 6'5", but he's definitely got a. They started covering him up after the first 2 weeks, and then I think that's why Bodie came open. And I told the guys, you all play like that, and more you can come open because they can't cover. They can't cover all of you. They can't double team everybody. So that's one thing with Marco, our tight end, that we've really noticed is they've been covering him, and but it's opened up other receivers, as you can see, and you're sitting to see Bodie show out. So. Skeet LaFront says, Coach, this is Skeet Feinman from R2C Sports. Given that you're sitting at a 5-3 record, have you considered reassessing the aggressive nature of your playbook? And in the broader context, do you think adjustments to the team culture might benefit the consistency of your squad's performance for the remainder of the season? Our playbook style is we're going to be aggressive on defense. We've gotten in the backfield several times and just straight up missed the tackles, and that's something we can't do. When we call a blitz and you get home on that blitz, you gotta wrap up and take them down. I mean, heck, this last game we had the guy sacked. Their quarterback sacked, and he just broke off and made a KJ Jefferson looking play. Just made our guys look stupid and threw the ball for a touchdown. We can't be having that. I appreciate it, Skeet. Appreciate it. You control your own destiny to the conference championship. How do you get the guys rallied and motivated for this stretch? Well, I don't. It's hard to say. It's hard to say, but these guys don't take a lot to get them going, man. They were down after that loss, but the next day at practice, they came out ready to learn from their mistakes. See, that's something I teach my guys is there's no such thing as winning or losing. You're either winning or you're learning. Anytime you lose a ball game, now there is such thing as losing a ball game. Don't get me wrong, but in the great scheme of things, and that's what we do is we try to teach these boys, life lessons. In the real world, you don't lose, you learn, and if you're not learning, nothing's ever gonna change. So they take that to heart, and they all got out there and started going over the things they need to improve on. So they're looking good in practice, but again, we just gotta keep fighting and gotta keep going. Thanks, Skeet. Love you too, brother. Let's see if there's any other questions here. Grayson had one. He said, rough loss, however, is Whaley the new man in Wyoming? Everybody on the team loves him. The whole school loves him. The Heisman guys love him. He's just a good kid. Is he the new man in Wyoming? He's one of a few here. Our team is not one guy. Our team is 22 guys, 75 guys total, and the 22 on offense and defense. So, it's that's just how it is. That's how I coach and that's how I teach. So, but we're going to talk about the Heisman. See if some more questions come in. We'll go ahead and talk about it a little bit. So right now, looking at the Heisman list. Let's see here. Looking at the Heisman list, here's your top five candidates for the Heisman. Trayshawn Ward out of Kansas State University is currently leading the leading. We held him. We held Trayshawn, so he's currently got 107 rushes, 825 yards, and 14 touchdowns. Um, but he has no fumbles, and that's huge for him. The Heisman guys really like that. He's averaging 7.7 yards a carry and 137.5 yards a game. So we'll just have to see to do. And then, right here, rumor is next season Coach White of Notre Dame is looking to welcome the Cowboys to South Bend. Is this true? We've talked about it, and and I told him we'd gladly come down there and or gladly come over there and play him. In South Bend, Notre Dame is it's a classic, classic school. It's a classic program. So we definitely got to, we want to play bigger programs. Notre Dame's good. And we want to show that we can hold our own with those bigger programs. So we've definitely discussed it. So yeah, that's something we might be looking at for next season. I don't know what week yet. We'd have to talk to the league, R2C league commissioner, and find out what week. But yeah, definitely think that's something we're looking forward to doing in the future. And I think Notre Dame would, they're good. Coach White's a good guy, and he's ready to ready to play us. So we're going to do it. But all right, so back on the Heisman, you got Devon Acney or Akaney. I'm sorry, I don't know why I said Acney. Heck yeah, we want some of the Irish Wyatt. Heck yeah. So Caney's the second on the list. He's got 124 rushing attempts, 673 yards, 5.4 yards average, 12 touchdowns. But and then Trey Benson for FSU, 127, 128 yards, 14 touchdowns. He's averaging 121 a game. Montreal Johnson, another guy, 114, 851 yards, 9 rushing touchdowns. But how many yards a game is he averaging? 121 a game. But then listen to this. This is what I mean by Whaley. I mean he's got 172 rushes, 1,054 yards. Right now he's the only back that's broken 1,000 yards that's on the Heisman list. He's averaging 6.1 yards a carry, 131 a game. He's got 20 rushing touchdowns. 213 of his yards are after the first hit, and he's got he's only got one rushing fumble. So so that's on the Heisman list, man. Whaley, I think, is going to do really good moving forward, and I think he's got a chance to win it. Jay says, let's get this down now. Jay says, looking at your recruiting board, it looks like you've taken the Coach Prime approach and dipping into the transfer portal and JUCO prospects. Is that the way of the NCAA now? Yeah, I think so. I think so. I think that I think the transfer portal and JUCOs. I think a lot of these kids are overlooked. As far as transfer. I mean, when you got 50 states and all the high schools in the nation to go look at and recruit kids, it's. And I hate to say this, but it's all a money game, and I'll use one of my kids for an example. They played high school softball, and one of the parents, they had a lot of money. They paid a lot of money to get their kid recruited. They paid these I forget what they're called, but anyway, what they do is they go out there and they find colleges and do everything for you. Now the kid's got to do the work. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to say that the kid doesn't have to do the work. It's not, the kid's got to be good enough to play these schools, but if you got the money, and your kid's good enough, you can pay these corporations that will find you, get your kid noticed, And so I think the transfer portal and the JUCOs coming in has really changed the landscape of college, because these kids that may not have a lot of money, or just got overlooked because there's so many kids to look at, now have an opportunity to come up and show what they can truly do. Um, yeah, Field Level is one of them. You're right. Yep, Field Level is one of them. It's a great app too, man. I think every kid should do it. But Field Level is free. You can get Field Level for free. That's probably one of the better apps to use for recruiting. I use it to recruit our players. That's where I find a lot of them. That's where we found Sean Perry. Outside linebacker we just recruited. For the Cowboys. It was Field Level. So yeah, it's a great app for coaches and for the kids, because they can push the stuff out. So yeah, that's I absolutely love that app. It's great. It actually got my youngest daughter, recruited for a while till she decided not to play softball in college. So yeah, wonderful app. Wonderful app. Um, so let's see if there's any more questions here. Go down here to. I got so much stuff to looking for questions at. Check Facebook before we end it here. What's the game plan for next week? Same game plan as always. Come out and play football, hit him in the mouth, give Whaley the ball, make him, let him do his thing. As long as Whaley's doing his thing, we're going to win games. It's going to be a tough one. Fresno State's not ranked 24th for no reason, so it is going to be tough. But if we can beat them, they're on the other side of the division. On our opposing division, they're actually leading their division. They haven't lost a conference game yet, so I'm hoping maybe we can give them their first conference loss. They got let's look here. They got Hayner at quarterback. He's 114 out of 214 for 1,689 yards, 17 touchdowns. Their running backs 122 rushes for 687 yards and 6 touchdowns. We're definitely going to have to keep our eye on Kelly, their receiver, 40 receptions, 574 yards. They don't get a lot of sacks. Or I'm sorry, they got a D end, Paralysis, who's got 6 sacks. Sorry, that means they get a lot of sacks. Paralysis gets 6 sacks. Gates has got 3 interceptions. That's their cornerback, and then Paralysis also has 26 tackles. And that's really good for a defensive lineman. So gonna have to get him blocked out on the edges. But from looking at it, they play New Mexico and they also play San Jose State, which that's on their side. So I'm trying to see if they play anybody on our side that possibly help us out. But it doesn't look like it. So, with that loss, we're going to drop down to should be 2 conference losses. Our side, that's going to put New Mexico ahead of us, even though we beat New Mexico. But we've played more games than they have. So, and then we'll have to see how how they did this week against San Diego State University. So if they lost to San Diego State, that's going to put us in a tie with Air Force, and Air Force beat us. So we're going to need one of these boys, New Mexico, UNLV, or Colorado State to take Air Force out. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of things to do to still win the conference, but we can or make it to the conference championship. But we can make it. Number one would be to beat, Fresno State this next game on Thursday at 7 a.m. So, or I'm sorry, 10 a.m. When I said 7, I won't be up by 7, but 10 a.m. So, and they're 6-1 as well. they've only lost. Fresno State's only lost one game all season, and that was to. Well, let's look. That was to Purdue. So, and they lost 31-44. Um, they haven't scored over 38 points all season. So maybe we can hold them, defensively, and keep that trend, because we're kind of leading in points scored um, for the year. We're one of the top teams in points scored. So um, we'll just have to see how we do do against them. So, but doesn't look like we're having any more questions coming in, so I'm gonna leave you guys there. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for asking the questions. This is really fun. I appreciate it, guys, and I hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, leave a comment, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitch. Everything's in the description. If you want to be a recruit for the team, just enter the Discord. That's in the description as well. Say "Go Pokes." We'll have the locker room, and then you tell me what position and what name you want your new recruit to be, and you'll be one of the new recruits we get this year. And all that good jazz. So, as always, guys, it's been a pleasure, and God bless, and y'all have a great night.